the current state website. And I said I'd be happy to. I got thinking about the website itself and really what it is. And so she had asked me for a title, and I said, well, what if we call it a walkabout in our state website? And then after she had asked me that, I thought, well, you know what? This website is really like a garden and a garden club, because in our private gardens, we plan, we till, we plant, we enjoy them, and we enjoy them until it's time to put them to rest their long season, which would be a total year. And with our garden clubs, we do the same thing. We plan, we organize, and we present, and then we enjoy our activities until it's time to start all over again. And with our state website, that's really what the website editor does. You plan, you organize, and you present what the garden clubs have asked for you to present with their images or their information. And the editor has to assess how do I take that information and present it at an interest level that all can enjoy. So that's what I've been doing. And earlier today, Suzanne had said, when we were looking at Kathy Johnson's presentation, that her words of encouragement were for individuals who might be interested in starting a website, that it really is a fun and creative and challenging, I don't want to call it a project, because it's just a process that you go through to be able to keep all the information up to date. But you really can be very creative with it, and especially with the tools that you have at hand. Now, Kathy presented a website builder called Weebly, which is a free website builder. The state uses a website builder that's called Wix, W-I-X, Wix.com, and we do pay a fee for this. The Wix.com has all kind of features and tools that can be used to create and to design and to interact. And it is a learning curve, I will admit. And the learning curve can be for whoever is the editor of a website. I think there's always a learning curve with no matter what tools you use. So anyhow, I wanted to share with you where we're at with our website as of today. And so I'm just going to go ahead and take a walkthrough on it. And if you do have any questions, if you could hold them until the end of the presentation, then I'd be happy to assist you in answering those as well. So one of the things that I wanted to do was on our homepage is to make sure that it was a welcoming page, which says, "Welcome to our Washington State Federation of Garden Clubs." And I wanted to be able to still have a homepage where if you opened it up, you do find information right off the bat in regards to who we are, our mission statement, our president's goals, and then a feature page that lists current events, so to speak, that involve us. And so this page, when I first started, I had probably 3 columns of information with all of our events and information on it. And after I had sent out the survey in regards to the website in August, a lot of feedback came back saying if you could reduce the information on the actual homepage, it would be easier to follow and easier to read. So one thing always leads to another, but I still wanted to have a homepage that had current information. our Washington Garden and Design newsletter, but you can still access it by reading it with a link to it. Our information about our spring board meeting or all our board meetings, and a link to where it will take you to the call letters and the agendas. So I wanted to make it an easy process for everybody when they do open up the website for current events. And as you can see, we're celebrating our 90 years. And we also have, I'd like to also include information about something that has a due date on it. So in this case, for our state endowment fund, I included for the clubs and the districts to be able to read more about that, a link so it will take them directly to their details, as well as reminding them that there is a deadline to submit by March 15th. So I'm always thinking about what deadlines are there that I can put on the front page and put a link on it and send them off. So I'm hoping that that is a handy feature for all. We have information about our upcoming standard flower show and annual meeting, and that information in regards to our hotel information, I've included that, and probably will have more things to include as time goes on for that. The flower show school that's coming up, course 4, this month. I think it's actually, I want to say next week, or the week after. And then also I still wanted to keep a little information about one of our projects, and that's with the Trex plastic recycling project, and gardening school coming up. And then also I like to go out to the Pacific Region State Garden Club's website to see what's happening out there. And I found this really cool photo fundraiser contest that they're holding for all of us. If you're interested in taking photos and would like to join a photo contest, I put a link to that so you can go out and learn more about that contest and how to apply for it and register for it. So just things that are current right now. We've got the State Flower Power fundraiser, excellent one that Julie Darby is spearheading in regards to our Penny Pines program, and how you can buy your spring and summer bulbs and plants online and benefit the Penny Pines program as well. And an upcoming flower show that will be coming up in April that the Black Hills flower designers will be putting on, called Off to the Races. So I do include still a lot of information on this page, but it's more information that is indicative to us as a state, and also as a district and local clubs. So that's our homepage. Walking over to About Us, you'll see that we have several drop-down features. The About Us is just a quick little bio on us and what we do and how we embrace our environmental practices as well. But it's a nice page because it includes a welcoming page from our president, Suzanne, and then with all of our officers that are listed on that as well. So, but we've included on this section our history, and I've updated this history page just a little bit. Really didn't do anything different other than maybe making it a little easier to read and putting a little color to the background page. But my goal is that as we work on our history in our 90 years and obtaining more information about our 90 years, that I'm going to try and incorporate some of that information onto this page too. So that's always a work in progress. And our history obviously is. We have an area for our board of directors, and it will list our board of directors. So if you need a quick access to that and who our chairpersons, I should say, are, then it's on a drop-down list. And in here as well, we have our president's goals. And we have also our publications. And our publications, I've included both our at state level, at national level, and at our Pacific Region State Garden Clubs level as well. So all you need to do is to click on that location, and that will take you to the current publication, but it also can take you to their archives. And that's been really helpful too, because I've just found an abundance of information going through some of these archives, whether it's at a national level or at our Pacific region level, and going back and reading these publications, and have found history that way as well. So I encourage you on a cold, rainy night and you want to look at your computer and maybe you want to read about gardening, go to the publications page, because there's a lot of information that you can find through the archives as well. And it's fun. And then the other page that we include under About Us is for donations. This page is a page that has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 donation programs. And so it's a way for someone who might be interested in making a donation that they can actually click onto our homepage. We have a little donate button, and that will take them to our information in regards to the programs that possibly they might want to make a donation for as well. So another menu item is our education. We have a legislation page, and I really haven't done anything with this page right at this time, or have received any information that can be posted on this page. But you know, if there's some important legislation that might be coming up or you've heard about that affects our state and affects horticulture, you know, feel free to, I would suggest getting in touch with Marva Lee Peterstrick in regards to, because she's our state legislation chairman, and run that by her and have her, if she feels that, yes, this would be doable on our legislation page, let's get it out there. Anything to promote good and good horticulture and everything else that goes with it in our Washington state. Also, under education are our school information. And so here I've rearranged this page with upcoming National Garden schools, where you can go directly to the garden to the garden school information with the National Garden Club, I should say, because they have a complete section dedicated to garden schools for all of us state or nationwide. It just gives an explanation of the different garden schools that we are involved in. And I've also listed on this down below the National Garden Environmental School, which is coming up. It's called on March 11th and 12th. and a link to how to register for that. Local National Garden School programs, as I referenced earlier on the homepage, the Flower Show School that's up and coming, and also for the Hill and Dale District, where we have two, uh, actually 4 courses over time this year and next year. But I'm really trying to focus on keeping these garden notices on this page. I might put a little link at the home page, link over to this, but I'm trying to make a balance so that there isn't a lot of information that's right on the front page, with all this different information. And I think this year we've had a lot of schools in our area. So I just wanted to make sure that under our education, the school page is really the go-to page for information that you would like to learn about what's happening in Washington State. Another page, which right now is naked, and that's our symposium page. But I did just see that Debbie Stiller had made she'll be making a report about the upcoming symposium in September. So I was able to, great, I've got a little bit of information about it, and I will place it on this page here in the next week or so. But again, all current information on these will be in these appropriate locations. Now, we also have the events page, which I think this events page is probably the most popular page on our website. And the reason I know that is the website builder that I use also has reports that I can look up, and I can tell what pages are most popular. And the events page tends to be the most popular one, and then the home page. But those are the two that people jump back and forth with. But on the events page, we have all of our upcoming events that are listed. And this is a page that is always changing. And I have it set up by year and then by date as well. I'm asked to attach a link of some sort for that particular event. Then it will either send you to another page that has all the documents that you might need, or maybe it will just open up a document for you for whatever the event might require. But I try and be very diligent in getting this information out on the website, on the events page as well. And I hope to be hearing from more garden clubs on their events so that I can actually put them on the website. And one thing I did under events is I created a new page called Events Around the Pacific Northwest. And this page will hold all the information and just images only of events that are taking place around the Pacific Northwest. So for this, it's 2024. And so I've put the images, because this is just an image page only with your information, but it's just a reference page as far as the activity and an easy way for people to look at it, read it, and yet at the same time, the public can see it and find out what's happening or where they can go for any of these events. So this also helped me take all of this information that I've been asked to post on the website, which used to be on the homepage. This is why I created this page, is to take that information and get it put on its own page so that it's just boom, right there in front of you, and you can take a look. So if your club or your district has any upcoming events for this spring or this summer, and you would like for me to post them, please send me the image, and I would be happy to get it out onto the website, so we can share this information with everybody. Because this, again, the public is going to look at this, so they can find out what we're doing and what fundraisers or plant sales or flower shows we're offering. So it's to your benefit, to your club's benefit. So membership and members only. These two menus were under one category at one time. One was, so there was a kind of a lot of information on just like when you clicked on membership, and then a drop down that said members only. But I would get a lot of questions like, well, where is the members only page? And I finally decided I'm going to split it out, because members only, as you all know, has our information in regards to our meeting call letters, our reports and our minutes. We have dues information for our clubs and affiliates, and our members only documents and forms and dues area as well. And this is all password protected. So we as members are the only ones that can actually see all this information with the password, our peony password, to get into this area. But I wanted to separate it out from the membership page, and I wanted to focus on the membership page to joining a garden club and drill down to our districts and our clubs as well. So what I did is I separated out some information in regards to joining a garden club with the public in mind. And so this was a lot of information that we've always had out on the website, but I wanted it to just make it special, and it has links to it to take you further in as regards to who you can contact in regards to maybe being interested in becoming either a club that might be interested in joining the state clubs, or a member, an individual member who's looking, or I should say an individual who's looking to become a member of a garden club. So takes quite a bit of time to read this, but those are definitely links that will help one to learn more about what garden clubs are about, and especially with a video from the National Garden Club and what we all do as well. But the other page that I recently updated was and created was our district's clubs with our map. I thought it would be helpful to list the information from the map, and I highlighted the 9 districts who are active districts right now in the state of Washington. But I wanted this information to be out there for the public to be able to see, as far as the areas that they might be interested in and looking for a garden club for themselves.
Can I ask a quick question?
Too, yes.
Is there any way to get that map enlarged so that we can print it out? We want to put it on our Chinook district trifold.
The way I did it was I did actually what you call a snippet tool. I found this in our directory where we have a copy of the map, and I was able to snip it off that document and able to put it onto onto the website. But I believe if you ask Ellen Daly, she might be able to get you an original copy or a document copy that would be even better for you to have to use. Is this for your website?
Yeah, May 1st, we're having,
This
Chinook
is,
District is having our 60th birthday celebration, and we don't have the program
oh,
designed yet, so that's why you don't have a copy of it
mhm,
on your website there. But we're also
right.
making trifolds, and each of the 7 clubs is making their own trifold, and then another lady and I are working on the district trifold, big cardboard trifolds.
Well, what I can do is I can send you the snapshot, but I would recommend checking in with Ellen Daly to ask her if she would actually have that original document that she could send you, because I think the quality would be much better than what uh, I have here, although I was pretty happy with the quality that this one came out of. It's
Okay,
all part of the tools that you use within a website.
thank
But
you.
I'll make a note of that, Penny.
There's probably that map in our Washington State directory,
You know, it is. That's
but
where I found it. But
okay,
and that's how I picked it up, was from the directory.
right.
Um,
Thank you.
and you can actually access the directory on the website under the members only section on that page for it's a Washington State directory on that listing under forms.
Yeah, I see it on page 14, but I
Okay,
was just thinking of getting a bigger picture of it.
right. Well, again, I would check with Ellen and see if she can
Okay,
help you out there.
thank
If
you.
not, I can work with you and see if we can get that for you.
Thanks.
Okay. So one of the things that we've done in regards to our districts and our clubs, and we've talked about, and this is with the website committee with Dory Carr and with Kathy Johnson, is how can we make the public more aware of garden clubs and garden districts and their profiles. So who are they? Where are they? What areas do they serve? When do they meet? Who's the primary contact individual? Um, and it's just a quick snapshot of who who we are, as a state club or a local club. And so what we ended up doing is we sent out a questionnaire to all of the districts and all of the districts' presidents and asked if they would complete the questionnaire that answered, I'd say maybe questions. We wanted to know basically what they do and who they are. And so I'm going to just pick, let's go to Chinook District Clubs. And let me pick up, see what the Enum Club Garden Club has done. Or let's see. Oh, they're the one that is a website. So I'm going to back out of that just real quick. Let's try O'Brien. Okay, so we created a majority, and I think right now we're up to 26 26 clubs, a quick profile of that garden club. So the president had returned the questionnaire, and this is what we created, where it shows who the garden club is, the area that who their point person is, I should say, nearby towns that they feature for their garden club, their meeting locations, their schedules, meeting times, if they do brown bag lunching or potlucks, that type of thing. And then also whether they do have a website address or a Facebook address as well. And then also their garden interests and their activities. And so they might give you a little snapshot of their interests and what they do. So we've done this so far with any club that's highlighted in blue. For the most part, we'll have a what we call a club profile. So let's take
Can I make one more comment?
See what happens when I click on.
Chris,
Okay, sure.
the Auburn Garden Club president has colon cancer. So Aaron Gregory is stepping in for a while. So if Auburn hasn't sent theirs in, you might check with Aaron Gregory.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see if I what I can find out on that information and then whether they've submitted a question or returned their questionnaire to us. But so anyways, I just wanted to give you an idea as far as this is what we've been working on. So Kathy and Dory have been reaching out to the either to the district directors or to the presidents. And after the first of the year, we had a few responses back. So we've been busy and I've been creating these profiles. Profiles are set up so that look at do this to me now so that the public can see them. And oops, excuse me here. I had a little internet hiccup all of a sudden. Go back here. Where'd you go? There we go. Now if I can get the screen to go away. There we go. Okay. So this is primarily for the public so that they can see if there is a garden club possibly in their district. And for the most part, most of these that are in blue do have a club profile that we've been working on. But if they do have a website or a Facebook page, I tried to include that as well in with the links to their garden club profile information. We also have clubs at large, and we have 6, I think, out of 12 garden clubs too that had responded, and we have their information too. So this has been a progress at work as well under the membership area. But we're excited about the fact that we can drill down into the details a little bit for our garden clubs. So I'm going to hop over on the memberships only page. These are the traditional pages that we've pretty much have looked at, and I think I'll take time to go through these. All you need to do is if you're looking for a report or minutes, you know where to find them now a little more easily. The other thing too is the ours and more. This is an area, if you have activities that you would like to share with us and you have photos and a little bio information on what you've done, then this is where we'll put it. And so here was our last board meeting that we had. I guess actually I think it's a winter board meeting, if I'm not mistaken. And so I have a little information and pictures of all of us when we were up in Sequim, Washington for that, which was really a fun event. And also, I wanted to share some current information in regards to some of the garden clubs that were also involved with their Blue Star, Gold Star, either brand new memorial markers that were placed or refurbished. And so I added that information. Here was just for the Black Hills Flower Designers Club. This was just a club in a meeting in November, and it was just showing how we were working with a project that we were assigned to do. And so we came and we worked and we reviewed. So I'm really anxious to get more information from the clubs about what is it that you're doing? What do you do at your club meetings? What would you like to share with us? Is there a tour that you've gone on, or is there is there a project that you're all working on together? That's what I would love to be able to fill this page with, so that we can all see what our state clubs are doing. Here was the Olympia Garden Club this December, or actually I think it was in November, where we did our Merry Makers, making our wreaths and our Merry mugs, and we had a really fun time, and it was to benefit the Endowment Fund 2024. And so we did very well on that project as well. And then here is also more information on those clubs that are honoring those who have served our country. I just think this is really important for anybody to be able to see on our website and what we're doing. This is such an important project, and it's always ongoing. So if you're out there working on such a project, I'd like to hear about it. So it's just kind of a scrapbook. It's really what it is. And I hope that I see more from all of you in your clubs. Now, this is a new page I came up with. It's called That's a Good Question. I thought it'd be fun to have a page that just would have a question on it with an answer, or a little bit of information about, did you know, or maybe a tip on right now. It's tulip time, so tulip tips. And so this will be a page that will be changing all the time, but I just thought it would be a kind of a fun way to a little bit of people to go to and come upon. And so in this case, I posed the question about how should I orient my vegetable garden? Well, vegetable garden season's coming up. And so it's just a little tidbit on, how to do that and how to orient your garden north, south, east, west. And then also, did you know? And so, I've been researching some books, and I found out how Soil in a Bag started back in 1957. It was through the University of California at Los Angeles who started that up. A compost cook-off in Seattle back in 1989. It was a nonprofit group that specialized in urban organic gardening. That was the first citywide that had happened. And, little tidbits like that. And then I thought, well, so this is information on how to keep your tulips fresh after it's a cut tulip and not have them go too crazy, because you know how they grow after you cut them and put them in water and they continue to move. Well, this is a little tip on how to slow that process down and still keep your tulips last a little longer. And also what the Dutch growers do as far as feeding their tulips in the ground. So anyhow, I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have that little page for kind of maybe a segue going into our resource corner page. So this is a page that has links directly to resources under different categories. And so I have to be honest, I haven't spent a ton of time on this one, but I did create it so that we would have it on our website. And if you have any interesting information that you come across on the internet to share with me the link to it, then I will go out, research, and I've uh, the reason we're doing that. I would love to be able to do that. Um, sure, let's see if this is going to work. Come on, wake up. There we go. This last page is called Speakers and Program List. And this is a page where you can actually contact me if you've had an interesting speaker or you've attended an interesting program that you would like to share with all of your members throughout Washington State that possibly we might be interested in sharing. So it would be easy to this page on a how-to as far as just sending this information to me, sharing your name and your club, the name of the fantastic presenter, and if any compensation was requested, the date and topic of the presentation and why you thought it was great, and an email or a phone number of the presenter that we could reach if we think that we would like to ask them if we can post them on our website. So this has kind of been one of those pages that's been quiet, and but I'm hoping again that we can get more activity on this page, because we're always looking for someone to come and present at our garden clubs or our districts, and it's probably not it can be maybe not so easy too at the same time. But anyways, the thought is out there, that information is at your fingertips, and if you want to help us out, we'd love it. You know, if you want to contact me, I'd be happy. The next menu is our scholarship and endowment funds. Clicking on the main menu will have an explanation in regards to our scholarship fund and who to contact about that. We have a page that's dedicated to our scholarship recipients. So this is from 2023, last year. And I know this will probably be updated again, probably in June or July with our new recipients, but this is where this information is located. And for our project grant endowment fund program, the guidelines and the application information has its own page. So if you want to read the guidelines and make application, there's a link here for you to do that. And then it also shows, again, in submitting apply grant, this is the avenue that you would go to start that process. And let's see, now I have to menu drop down what we do. So obviously, this is our awards page. Taken anything that was on the membership page and moved it over to its own page for awards information and resources and all the details that are on this page for your process that you would have to go through for submitting awards as well, and your awards chairperson contact as well. So all of that is in one location now. Community projects is where a more general community projects that we like to promote. In this case, it's the Trex program that I think many of our clubs have used. And I am keeping this up to date as possible. But this is where you would go if you were interested in this program to be able to learn more about how to collect plastic for the recycling challenge, which is now where we used to be. We were able to up until the we would save 500 pounds of recyclable plastic. Well, that has changed to 1,000 pounds. So it is a project that is just well worth it. But the outcome of it is to receive such a nice bin that can be donated with your club's name or your district's name on it to an organization that you would like to do. But if there are more community projects that you're aware of that are like this, we can get that information out here as well on this page. Now, our projects, which are in line with the National Garden Club, are the two I have on here right on this page have to do with our Blue Star and Gold Star memorial markers. And so there's information and details about what this program is and information in regards to the cost has gone up on this, the purchase or refurbishing a marker. But all of that information you can click on here to read about. And also with Judy Schwartz, who's our primary contact, our chairperson for that as well. Also, we have our Penny Pines program, and there's a good explanation about the program, and also how we right now have this fundraiser going on. And Julie Darby is now our new WSFGC.
We lost you,
We
Chris.
have our youth programs.
Oh.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're kind of cutting in and out,
Oh.
but yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting a little notice here that on my internet it's has a weak connection, which it shouldn't do. I'm on Verizon, but it's just let me know if it does go off. So we have our youth programs, and this is just a little this I really have not focused on.
She's gone again.
Yeah.
We are interested in working with clubs, and also having a awards page. But I can see that my internet is slow. There we go. And this is an area that I still have to work on. I really haven't spent a lot of time on it, but would like to do so to find out about youth awards and putting this information on this page. This was information from 2023. So I know I have some work ahead of me. And also our youth contests, which I did create this page so that I could share the information that we needed for the clubs to be able to participate in these various contests this past year. So that'll always be there. It just will change as soon as I find out what the new contests are. So, so anyways, that is really my walkabout through the state website at this time. And it's always a work in process. And there's things that I would like to do based on what the survey had told me. And that might be to focus in more on floral design, more on our community projects, environmental and horticulture areas, and also possibly create a memory page, maybe a calendar versus an events page. But that does take a lot of work and time. And but they're all things that I know that we can look forward to have on our website to make it more user-friendly for us, as well as making it really at an interest level for our public as well. So thanks for listening to me.
Thank
And
you so
are
much,
there any
Chris.
questions?
We are coming up on our 2 o'clock hour for our other committee, but I think we have time for at least a couple of questions.
I noticed along the bottom of each page that you showed us, there's a message. Members, send your announcements and photos to Ellen Daly, and then it gives her email address for addition to the website. Is that current information, or does that need to be sent to you, Chris?
Well, I think Ellen and I work hand in hand. And I would say to send it to Ellen so that she's aware of possibly if you have an event we didn't know about, that would be beneficial to send it to her, and then she can send it on to me. But if there's some kind of something that you want to quick get out, you're always welcome to contact me as well. But I think probably the best avenue is to go through Ellen, and then she'll let me know and we'll get it on the website.
So I'd like to make a comment too. Well, first of all, I am so impressed. Your work is amazing and this is so beautiful. And I've got to say, I look at different websites and I think you really have done a super job. So hats off to you, Chris. And
Thank you.
I know you put a ton of work in it. So then the next question, just a little one. My name gets misspelled quite frequently because my parents named me a weird spelling. When I see an error, who do I send that to? Because it may have been a listing that somebody else sent, but my name was misspelled and I thought, well, I'll send that in, but I don't know who to send it to.
Well, again, send it to Ellen and then she can send it to me. But you know, if you're thinking, gosh darn, I want that fixed right away, you're welcome to send it to me and I will make sure that it's correct.
Okay, and the other thing, this is real important to me. The flower show is coming up, and I know you posted it on the website. Is there a quick way you can show everybody that's watching how they can go and find that schedule, and then they'll know everything about the program? The schedules haven't really been handed out yet, but could you quickly show everybody where that schedule is? And
so let me ask you, are you talking about the
state
flower show in June?
Mhm.
The state flower show?
Correct.
Okay, so the first place I would go to is to the events page.
Okay.
And this is where I have the flower show school booklet, and the entry tags are here.
Okay.
Oh,
And I think I've been waiting to find out a little bit more about the flower show too. Publish on it. Maybe we'll put it back on the home. Now on the home page, we do have here where it's announced. And then if you click here on this link right here, you can tell your members to just click here and it will take them to the events page.
Okay,
And then they just have to find the date of the event, which is down here with all that information on there. Does that help?
oh, I think so. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Mhm.
At the beginning, did you?
Are there any other questions?
Yes, yes, quick. Did you give us a date that you wanted, like these plant sales and stuff by? So I can let people know that they should do that?
Are you asking me or are you asking Linda?
It's Chris, sorry. I was asking Chris.
Okay.
Am
Okay,
I-
so what is the question again?
Yeah, in the beginning, did you say a date you wanted these things by? For like the people who have plant sales and garden tours, and I would send them a note and
Oh,
then send it to Ellen then.
okay, I would say as soon as you know or you've heard about an event and
Mhm.
you have an image that's created for the event,
Mhm.
then send it to me as soon as you can so I can get it out there and on the website for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, you know, it's easier to have it sent to me as soon as you know, so that I can get it out there. And then it's out there maybe for a little bit for the public to see.
Okay, so you send it to you instead of Ellen. That.
Oh, well, I still strongly suggest that you send it to Ellen
Okay, fine. All
and
right.
then she'll send it on. Okay, thank
Send
you.
it out. Thank you.
So
I
Chris,
really hate to cut this off, but we need to make this space available for the next committee meeting. I'm sorry for those of you who might have had more questions, but do reach out to Chris. She is very accessible by email or by phone or text or whatever works best for you. Chris, thank you, thank you, thank you. This was a very, very informational and helpful session that you did. And we thank you so much for the great job you're doing.
thank you for your
Everybody
time,
applaud.
Chris.
Yay.
Okay. I'm gonna